Alright, we are going to do an introduction between Ryder and Jax, and I wanted to show you from the start what we're doing. So, I've got him on a leash just long enough for him to be able to hold him back from zooming straight inside where all the other dogs are, because all of mine wait at the door, and sometimes they're all waiting there already. So, I can let just Jax out, and then I can drop the leash and we can take his slip leash off. So, typically when you have dogs meet, one, best to do it not on a leash so that they can all move freely. That way they don't have to stay right next to each other, but they can also make more space if they want. So if he's a little bit nervous, he might want to be able to back away from another dog. Are you mad that you're on a leash, or you hear something? I think he hears something going on in the distance. But you want him to be able to move freely. Second, you want to do it in a place that's neutral for both dogs, where a space that both dogs don't own. So not in a house or in either dog's yard. In this case, my dogs have practiced doing this in the yard about 1,000,000 times, which is why I did it, so that we can do introductions in the yard without needing a second person, because otherwise it's best to do walks first on a leash, where you're just letting them hang out next to each other at a distance. So if I had them walking around, I'd have Jax about where the edge of the pool is, and we'd just go on a walk together, letting them settle into each other's pace, letting them get familiar with each other, and all of that. This is a little bit faster way to do it, but it's preferable to have them both exercised, which they've already done. Jax got his exercise, and then I just ran Ryder around until he was tired. So now is when we're going to do the introduction. Ryder, ready? Hi, little man. Usually Jax is waiting right there. He likes to smell everybody. Jax. Jax. Break. Jax. There you go. Alright. Go. Give the puppy space. Take his leash off so he can do whatever he wants. Which is to follow Jax. You can see is very, very neutral. He's going, okay, you exist. Good for you. The more excited a puppy is, the more neutral he goes. He doesn't like to engage with them until they've calmed down a little bit and shown that they can respect his space. A lovely calming signal from him to say, hey, I am a friend. Another little bit of a calming signal, and just because he likes that spot. He's been rolling in that spot the last couple days. Perfect example of a correction. He said, hey, I'm not okay with that, but he didn't continue moving into him. And it was just that vocal correction. If Ryder keeps on, he might add a little bit of a snap. But that's what puppies this age actually need. So they need someone to say, hey, cut it out. Here's how you be respectful. Same way you've got to teach little kids, hey, we don't throw things at people, we don't bite when we play. We don't take other kids' toys. No, you can't lick your friend. No, you can't pick their nose. My dad's phrase was always, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. He thought it was funny. This is Jax's favorite spot to come up and create some space. He had to spin in circles to do that poop. Alright. I'm just glad he didn't try to poop while he was spinning in circles. Look at a better view. Oh, there we go. Am I done? Good boy. Since he likes pets, he can get rewarded for coming up to be nice and calm. Doing really well. And Jax is kind of relaxed. He's saying, I'm good. I don't really want to play at the moment, which is perfectly fine. We're going to work a little bit instead because he is always up for working. Yeah. Are we working? Okay. Alright. Come on, little munchkins. Why, hello. Ooh, so, a bad habit of mine that I'll point out because it's an important one. A bribe versus a reward. If you have food in your hand while you guide them up into a command, that, yeah, we're not gonna do that at the moment. That is bribery. They know exactly what they're getting. Hey, if you go get this shot at the doctor's office. My brain kept trying to go to dentist. Okay. If you go get this shot at the doctor's office, I'll give you ice cream. That's a bribe. I am bribing you to do the thing. You know what you're getting exactly for doing that action. A reward isn't expected. A reward isn't guaranteed. So if I ask him for something and then I give him his YES, his marker word, and then feed him, then that's a reward. So, let's do it. Jack's place. Yes. You can see he is very, very food motivated. Ryder, place. Yes. So that includes not just having food in your hand, but having your hand in or on your treat bag. Good. Yes! Mine knows how to wait a little bit easier, so we'll give Ryder his first. Good. Break! Good job. Mine still wants snacks. He's like, if I stay here longer, can I have more snacks? Good job, Ryder. Let's work on a different one. This one's one where Ryder needs some help. So we'll have our treat in our hand. Jax. Jax down. Yes. Ryder. Yes. Break. Good job. Good job, puppy. What a good puppy. What a good boy. Are you tired already? Babies. Babies. Alright, let's do the other one again. relax, place. So mine get variable rewards. Ryder, place. Yes. He has to do the action first before he gets to know if he's getting rewarded. And he doesn't get rewarded every time, so that it makes the times that he does get rewarded even stronger. Break! Good. All right. Take Ryder inside. Hang out for a couple minutes, let him relax, let him take a short nap, train for a little bit more, and then put it back in his kennel for a little bit to let him have a longer afternoon nap before our evening session. He's got his breakfast. He put his food up here. He is super ready to work. We've been practicing a little bit already. I'm going to show you what we're working on. First, we're working on here. We're working on adding the verbal cue to the gown. So, same thing as the place. We want to give the verbal cue first and then start moving. So, Ryder, down. Yes. And we're going to reward in that position, like. Good. Down. Yes. Right now, we've done it a couple times and he's already looking straight to this hand, like. For me to guide him into it. See, the snacks are here. Snacks are over here. Ryder, down. Yes. Wait a second. Down. The duration, I love that he's flipping it on his hip. And he's just getting settled into it. Down. Down. So, the rewards that he gets up, I've said the marker that he's going to earn something, and that makes him pop up. Then I can give the correction marker, and that reward goes away. One of the various ways that we have to give him correction. In this stage of learning, where he still has no full concept of what he's doing, that's the only way we're correcting him. It's just saying, no, that was the wrong choice. Because anything more than that, and it's not fair to him because he doesn't know what he's doing yet. It doesn't help learning it all, and it actually hinders it. To add corrections before they've done that skill to generalization. So, what we're working on is his heel. We're still not adding a word to it, but we're working on the specific position we want by using the wall. By having him walk along the wall, we can prevent the problem that we were dealing with yesterday where he kept turning. This helps teach him the position. In a nice small space, so that I'm only giving him one option, and I'm telling him, hey, you're doing correct, you're doing the right thing. Yes. Right. By doing that, once we go to do it somewhere else, if we practice this enough, then he's got the concept enough that when I tell him no, you make the wrong choice, if he does go to turn, he's got the idea of, oh, maybe I'll try that instead. I've been rewarded for doing this other thing so many times. Good job. Since he's on the right, we're just going to practice along this wall. cue to be in this position is that my hand is down. He's not getting any food right now. He's just still following. Yes. And when he stops with me, feed. Wait. I'm trying to increase how many steps you can take at a time without needing to be rewarded and while still going desperately to do more food. Good. I'm not doing anything right now. It's just lifting my hand. Speed up a little bit. The sit, you're using the same hand motion as when most people teach sit. Most people teach the sit by putting their hand over a dog's head, which works out pretty well because that's exactly how that's one of the reasons why people succeed at it. That's the exact same way that we teach it. It's the best way to teach it. Or one of them. Fun fact, you can get as fancy with dogs and teaching them positions as to teach them, hey, I need you to sit by moving your front feet back to your back feet, or I want you to sit bringing your back feet forward. A lot of fun. That's a bad practice just to make. Most people, they're just this. More and he still stayed in that sit. Great. That was beautiful. He took the food because it was right next to his feet and he stayed there. I like that. Do one more heat. Ryder. Down. Yes. Great. As we progress that skill, that pause between the verbal cue and the help will get a little bit longer, and the help will start to be less I'm fully guiding him all the way down and more just kind of swiping my hand in that direction. He goes, oh, yeah, I got that. So you're fading from that one important way of communicating to relying on another one and slowly helping them ease the process to fully clarify what that word means. We need a little bit of play to bookend our session, and then it's time for food now.